Well, it's a horrible thing to happen, especially to a little defenseless baby. But tonight, a 2-year-old Sarasota child is dead. The baby's father charged with aggravated manslaughter after he says he fell asleep in the house while the baby was still in the car. SNN's Christy McClarty joins us from the newsroom with that. Chrissy?
Uriel Hernandez of Sarasota would pick up his daughter from his ex-girlfriend's house every Sunday for breakfast. Police say this past weekend he left his daughter in the car while he ran inside to grab his phone charger. While inside, he fell asleep, waking up 5 hours later to the death of his daughter.
It's horrible. It's truly horrible.
A mother lays a rose in memory of her daughter, who died in this driveway Sunday morning.
The child had been left in the car for approximately 5 hours.
Neighbors say the little girl was always happy.
It was real light complexion. Every time she get off from the car, she waves at me. She knows me for a long time.
The 5 hours she was left in the car, the temperatures were between 85 and 95 degrees.
Staff at the hospital deemed that the circumstances surrounding that child's death were suspicious, mainly because the child's body temperature was 106 degrees.
Once they reach a temperature of 104 degrees or higher, they start having problems with brain functioning. So they go from heat stress to heat stroke. So they go from being thirsty and agitated and confused and disoriented to having problems with seizures progressing to coma very, very quickly.
To do a test of my own, I've left a thermometer baking in the front seat of the car under the hot Florida sun for the last 10 minutes. The car temperature has soared to nearly 150 degrees.
The car temperature will rise even with the windows cracked 1.5 inches or 2 inches. It doesn't seem to matter. And the car temperature will rise 3.5 degrees every 5 minutes.
Dr. Weiss says the worst part about these deaths is that they are avoidable.
We don't know. Maybe you leave the car and you get into your house and you trip and fall. There are many, many things that can happen that prevent you from getting back to the car. We can never, ever assume that it's going to be brief.
A father now at the Sarasota County Jail.
He was taken into custody for aggravated manslaughter of a child.
While a mother tries to cope with the loss of her baby. Pediatric doctor Robert Weiss says this is not new data, and yet the number of children dying nationally from this exact situation continues to rise.
It's very sad, Chrissy. Do we know about how many kids from the figure you mentioned die each year because of this?
Yes, Dr. Weiss says his last study in 2006 found at least 50 children a year suffering like this. And again, he says it can be totally avoidable just by taking your child or pet out of the car every single time you leave.
Yeah, sometimes it's a hassle, but definitely it is worth it to do it. Chrissy, thank you.
Definitely, thank you.